downtown, I got that heat, let's go.
Damn.
This is disappointing.
Cha-cha, you there? This is big.
What up, Moose? What up, Maximus?
What up?
How do?
This is not going to go well.
Cha-cha, you there, dog?
Yo, we up in here. What up, man?
Cha-cha, I'm telling you.
Moose, this is not.
This is big time. This is big time. I've been waiting for this day for so long. I told you, Cha-cha. I told you. Oh my God.
Hey, Moose, it is the night of reckoning, sir.
Yes. I want B on here. I want everybody on here because I got to tell you all. I got to tell everybody because this is the moment we've been waiting for. Today is the moment.
Talk to me.
Well, I mean, Chacha, how do you want to set this up? I mean, we've been talking about this for the past 5 years, man.
Yeah, but you know what, man? There's a side of this where Apple gets their way.
Yep.
There's a side of this where customers get played.
Yep. There's
a side of this where the customer gets hoodwinked, bamboozled, and run amok.
There's all sides to this.
Probably the last one, Sneed.
There's all sides. We got to talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, so how do you want to tee this up? There's so many different ways you can start about it.
Let's do price.
All right.
Specs. It's fit within the lineup, the iPhone lineup.
Okay.
And we could talk about like how we expect this to sell, customer adoption, and then what customers should do with the drop of this device.
So
substitutes, alternatives. Should they buy this kind of deal? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's some good. There's a lot of bad. There's a lot of head-scratchingly confusing with this one. I guess we'll go about it bit by bit. So
really,
yeah, really.
Okay, give me the points on what's confusing. I'm very curious now.
Well, I'm confused for a few reasons. So we've got a single camera on here. We've got a notch on here, which makes sense. It's a cheaper phone. Now, let's just remember here, this is $600, which is only $230 cheaper than the regular 16. And I mean, that's something, but you can tell they're trying to price it and position it in their lineup closely to the regular 16. So we've got the latest generation chip, the A18 chip. Now
that's a plus.
That is a plus. It's the latest chip. It does have one less GPU core than the A18 chip in the regular 16.
So that's really it's on the bill of materials, right?
Not much of a change, really. Not a huge deal. Apparently, amazing battery life. Now, here's something they try to do. They got one camera on this phone, and they're trying to market it as if you're getting two because it's like two cameras in one. Mm-hmm. They're trying to tell you get the 1X and the 2X. There's some truth to that.
You get the 24 megapixel and the 42 megapixel in one camera.
Well, yeah, the 48, yeah. Basically, what they're doing is when you take a one-time shot at 48 megapixel, it bins the pixels to 24 megapixel anyway. so it's still higher resolution than
Hold up. Wait a minute. Stop the presses. Hold up. Stop the presses.
S Blue Tech.
Yo, my brother Santiago dropped a hundo on the live stream. A hundo. See, bro, that's right. Hit the music, DJ.
Oh, shit.
Bro, thanks, Santiago. Appreciate it, man. Big salute to you. You've always been so supportive of the channel. Thanks for all that you do, man. Wow.
Yeah, shout out S Blue.
He always does that, like randomly, just boom, bro.
Bombs.
Yeah.
Straight up bombs.
Maybe he wants you to put it towards the iPhone 16e.
Oh, shit.
All right, we have now officially started the iPhone 16 GoFundMe account.
There it is.
The hundo.
Only 5 more of those. Only 5 more of those.
Yeah.
Just kidding. For those of you out there, just go ahead and get you some groceries. You don't have to do that.
Yeah. Get you some eggs.
And by the way, the phone
eggs with $100, bro.
The phone is going to be basically free or as close to free as possible on all the carriers with no trade.
This is true. We'll get to that.
Before we do the pricing, we should go through the features and the hardware, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Then we can kind of look at its position within the pricing.
Right. Basically, they're giving you the body and the design of the iPhone 14 minus the second camera, and they're advertising the single camera as 2 because technically they're kind of slightly telling the truth there. It seems a little misleading, but whatever. You know, it's made out of the same materials as most other iPhones. Aluminum, ceramic shield, glass, which is Apple's own custom glass. And you're getting the action button on this phone, which is really cool. And honestly, it's probably cheaper for Apple to make an action button than it is a regular silencing switch because there's less mechanical parts moving. And it's kind of genius because it's better for us, the consumers, because you get more options on what you do with your phone. And it's cheaper for Apple, maybe by like 10 cents. You get USB-C, which, you know, of course you do, because
it's last generation's USB-C.
Yeah, it's USB 2, and the base iPhone 16 and the iPhone 15 also use USB 2 speeds. Only the Pro models get the faster USB support.
Right.
Now you're getting Face ID, again, old reused parts. And I'm going to get into this later. Basically, whenever Apple makes an affordable product, it's just a mismatch of old parts. That's really all it is. And I find it strange that they say colors, we've got you covered, when this phone only comes in white and black.
And no MagSafe. Goddamn, no MagSafe.
And no MagSafe. Yeah.
That's massive. No MagSafe.
Go back up to the colors. Here's the brilliance of what they did. 2 colors, therefore you have to buy a colored case from them.
Yep.
Yeah. And these cases are $50.
Yep.
Bro, could you imagine that conversation that was being had at the boardroom when they were developing this idea? They're like, look, we're going to offer 2 colors, 2 base colors, and we're just going to sell the shit out of some cases.
No MagSafe, though, dog.
Bro,
no wireless charging.
Gotta go to the
they give you wireless charging, just no magnetic charging.
That's what I'm saying.
Go to the 16 for it.
You can do the regular Q1, QI, or Qi1. Yeah. But I'm talking about the MagSafe, the wireless that they got, you know, the one that attaches magnetically to the back.
Not on the 16E.
Not on this one.
Sneed, you've talked before about how the way Apple innovates the most is by manufacturing costs. They just innovate to manufacture these things as cheaply as possible.
Yes.
Here's something that no one has ever told you. The iPhone SE, which they don't sell anymore, came in 3 colors. It came in black, it came in white, and it came in product red. Now, product red, Apple used to make a bunch of products in that color to support the red charity, which helped to fight AIDS and all kinds of medical research. And maybe I'm wrong, but Apple has stopped making red products completely. They don't sell a single red product anymore. So one of the ways they might be cutting costs is by saying, we're not donating to the red organization anymore. Just you're stuck with white or black. I mean, they don't even do a red case. They do pink now.
Mm-hmm.
I think what you have to understand, Max, is they have to do things that are different. Right? They know that the things of the past don't necessarily work in the future. You know, so they're trying to navigate those waters. They've lost their dominant position because they've been complacent. You know, and they just simply they haven't been able to get that pep back in the step. Dude, the phone upgrade cycle it's gotten the conversation about the upgrade cycle has gotten exhausting. Exactly. Everybody keeps saying this is when it's going to happen. This is going to spur the upgrade cycle. The hell it is.
I'm telling you right now, this is not spurring the upgrade cycle, and we'll get into why. But that's your design, your colors, your Face ID. Screen, exact same screen as the iPhone 14. So it's got a notch, no dynamic island, and it's got thicker bezels than the regular iPhone 16 models. It's 60 hertz, and for most people, it's probably okay. It's a screen. It does screen things. It's OLED. It's kind of bright. It's got decent colors. It's perfectly mediocrely okay. Yeah, nothing bad about it except maybe the refresh rate. It's just a decent screen. Battery life, apparently it's going to be huge. Apparently it's going to be amazing. Now, part of the reason they're telling us that they're getting such good battery life is that modem. They specifically mentioned in their announcement video that because of this.
That, I have a whole soliloquy I got to get to. Don't start the fire yet. Keep going.
I know it, but all I'm saying is in their announcement video they said the reason this phone gets such good batteries because this is quote unquote their most efficient modem ever. Now, I'm going to bring up something else. And they do this later on the webpage as well. They give you this comparison option. Look at the options for devices you can compare it to. It's actually for some reason not showing here, which is I find really weird. But you got this drop-down box. You can compare it with the iPhone 11, the iPhone SE2, the iPhone 12, the iPhone SE3, and the 12 mini. These are the options they're giving you to compare.
You know why, right? There's a bunch of people with those phones right now.
Exactly. But Moose, you see what this says about who Apple's targeting with this phone? They're targeting people that are using iPhone SEs, 11s, 12s.
Right, because
and they're trying to do is, and they're trying to target people who want it, because people who are still holding on to phones like this probably don't want to pay $800 or $1,000. But what Apple's trying to do is they're saying, hey, now we're offering a more affordable option in our latest series that has some of our latest technologies. And so, they'll tell you this is giving you almost 10 more hours than a 5-year-old iPhone 11. And they're saying, hey, this is an easy upgrade option for you. It's affordable or more affordable than our other models. All right. A18 chip we already got into. Basically one of the fastest chips in a phone. Right. And again, they're only giving you the option to compare it to like an 11, an SE, or a 12. Not one of the more recent ones, because then it doesn't look as good. Right. That's another reason they're only letting you compare to older models, so that it looks like more of a big deal than it is. But yeah, not much else to it as far as specs go. Apple Intelligence, we've talked about this. It kind of sucks. Not really good. And the camera, again, kind of advertising the 2-in-1 camera. Satellite we're getting here from the A18 chip and the satellite hardware. And again, probably because they're reusing a bunch of iPhone 14 parts in this phone, which makes sense. So you're getting your satellite, you're getting your eSIM, you're getting your other stuff,
right?
And you're getting all your stuff,
right?
$600 for this one. And Moose, just before you go on your rampage about this modem, I want to tell you, I want to give, if anyone watching this is going to take away just one thing from this stream, it's going to be this. No matter who you are, no matter what you're looking for, this phone is not a good deal for $600. It went away there, the price. $600. This is not a good phone for $600. And I'm going to give you 2 reasons why. First off, if I just share this.
By the way, it has Wi-Fi 6. So super old generation now, because there's been 6E, now 7 on the flagships, right? On the 16 series flagship.
I'm going to give you I'm going to give you 2 reasons why you don't get the iPhone 16e. First reason, the iPhone 15 exists, used in good condition, for around $500. This phone's got better cameras because you're getting the 48 megapixel main and a dedicated ultrawide, which there's no ultrawide on the 16e. You're getting better battery, or well, not better battery, probably worse battery, but you're getting the dynamic island. You're getting, does this one support 6E? I think Wi-Fi 6E is probably better Wi-Fi. You're getting mmWave on this one. You're getting, more colors than just black and white, and all that stuff's kind of small, but you're saving a decent chunk of change. And then this is really the main reason to skip that one. Oh, okay. There we go. this right here is the main reason to avoid
And
the
it
iPhone
comes with Apple
16e.
Intelligence.
Yeah, I know. This is the main reason to avoid the iPhone 16e, because you can get a used, good condition 15 Pro for like 20 to 30 to 40 to $50 more. This in every way, objectively, is a better phone than the 16e, except maybe battery, because maybe the battery's degraded. But this listing has 100% battery health. So this particular one for 618 has 100% battery health, and it's in pretty good condition. The 15 Pro in every way is a better phone. You're getting all 3 cameras. You're getting titanium instead of aluminum around the sides. You get the dynamic island. The screen is 120 hertz. The bezels are thinner. And you're getting the Apple Intelligence and the action button from the 16e. So there really is no reason you'd get the 16e over this unless you really wanted something brand new in the box. And as far as chip goes, this is technically running a last gen chip. However, if I pull up the comparison between what you get from the 15 Pro versus the new 16e, there we go. And I know benchmarks aren't the best way to determine every part of a chip, but it's a pretty good idea. This is the A17 Pro chip from the 15 Pro. This is the A18 chip that you get in the iPhone 16e. It's like the chip from the 15 Pro is a whole 0.8% lower in benchmark compared to this. It's a negligible difference that is basically not a difference at all. So there might be people saying the 15 Pro runs a last gen chip. I mean, not really though. Also, it's got more GPU cores. So yeah, anyone considering a 16e for $600, just get the 15 Pro. Now, if there's carrier deals, if there's discounts, then we can have a conversation. I think if they price this phone at $500 or $449, we could have much more of a conversation. Be a wildly different conversation than we're having right now, because they're charging $600 for this phone. And then one more thing, they called this phone the 16e to associate it as a part of the current iPhone series. But what happens when the 17 comes out? Do they plan on just making an E model every year? Because
might be.
Well, the SE, they released the SE back in 2022, and they had it selling all the way until today. So they had that SE going for almost 3 years. But with the 16e, you can't do that because it's got a number in the name. So people are going to associate it with the year it came out. The SE, people, unless you're specifically keeping track of it, people kind of don't know when it came out. So they might think, okay, this is somewhat recent. You can't do that now, because if you want to sell this for a few years, good luck, because it's got an old name attached to it. So the only way they can keep this going is by releasing an E phone every year. And I really don't think Apple wants to do that.
Well, they changed the naming convention for that reason. But Max, can you go to the 9 to 5 article that says the C1 chip? Because I'm about to go off. Yeah. Oh my God. I've been waiting for this.
All right, I will pull
What
it
up, Cha-Cha?
What up now? Okay. Sneed, let me remind you. Let me go back in time. This was summer of 2020. This was during the pandemic. Chacha, you there?
I'm with you, Moose.
Okay. So we were there, summer 2020. We had intelligence that Apple was coming out with their own modem in sometime in the future. And they were testing that new modem. Qualcomm was testing that new modem against their X65, X70, and X75. They were comparing all 3 modems at the time. And by the way, keep in mind, back in 2020, the X70 was 2 years away. 2 years away. Okay? So, man, I can't wait. I've been waiting for this day, Chacha. Oh my God. I knew back then, 5 years ago. We all knew, we were all on the podcast. Fucking Max was a baby back then. That's how long ago this was. This was years ago. The modem was never going to have mmWave. That was confirmed 5 years ago.
Max was still wearing Velcro shoes, bro.
This was straight up. Everybody doubted us, and nobody believed us. They were looking for sources. They were looking for fucking. Where are you getting your information from? Oh, this is blasphemy. There's no way that Verizon is
big wheel. He was pedaling, bro.
Verizon's not going to let this happen. They're going to have a custom model specifically for this. Ladies and gentlemen, today, February, what day is it today? This the 19th?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, hold your horses though, because
February 19th, 2025.
Hold on.
Hold on. Wait. Soliloquy is not over yet. This is gonna get hot right now, really quick. Hold on.
Yeah, but just a little ice for that. They could make a C1 Pro that has millimeter wave. They could make a new version with millimeter wave. Just saying.
This modem, the way that it is now being marketed as quote. That's why I asked you to put this article, because in this article it shows what they said on the video. Okay. It says that it is now the iPhone with the hold on, let me get the exact quote that the lady said.
I gotta pull up on here.
Yeah. Let's see, where is it? No, there needs to be a quote. There's a quote that the lady said on the video that it was like mind blowing. Hold on. See if it says here.
Come on, Moose, the soliloquy, bro.
I know the soliloquy, man. I'm off. Hold on. But anyways, so this modem has been in production since the original iPhone 10, the X. Okay, do you guys remember that the iPhone 10 was the first time that there was a deviation between Qualcomm and an Intel modem? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Which ones had the Qualcomm?
The iPhone 10.
The Intel?
The iPhone 10.
iPhone 10 had Qualcomm. The 8s had Intel?
No. Not just that. It was both flagships, depending on if you had Verizon or if you had AT&T and T-Mobile. The AT&T and T-Mobile versions had the Intel chip.
That was started with the
What?
7.
Yes.
They did carrier variations?
Yes. This was way back in the day.
Huge problem.
Oh,
right. Wow. Yeah, this was way back in the day.
What they ended up doing is they end up throttling the Qualcomm ones so that they perform lesser like the Intel ones.
Right.
It's the most ridiculous thing you could imagine.
Right.
And you were still in Velcro shoes, Max. You wouldn't have remembered.
Dog. Okay.
So I'm actually pulling up the lady's thing right now because here we go. This is what she said. Hold on. When upgrading from an older phone. Hold on here.
Oh snap! What up, Tana?
Performance and power efficiency is only possible thanks to Apple Silicon. And with iPhone 16,
it is.
We're expanding the benefits of Apple Silicon with C1, the first Apple-designed cellular modem. It provides fast and reliable 5G connectivity, and it's the most power-efficient modem.
Boom. The most power-efficient modem
ever in an iPhone.
That's a quote. The most power-efficient modem ever on an iPhone.
Which translates to it does the least.
Now, that's exactly right. Because 5 years ago, we knew, this is the part of the soliloquy. 5 years ago, we knew that compared to an X70, it was doing 8% less RF efficiency than the Qualcomm. 8% less. Now, what does that mean in real world tasks, right? That could mean one less carrier aggregation. Mm-hmm. So instead of five carrier aggregation, it was only doing 4 carrier aggregation. Or in the case that we're seeing, that we're going to definitely see, because I'm going to be testing this thing, I have a feeling that, number one, it doesn't do all the band combinations. So it's limited with carrier aggregation still 5 years later, right? Maybe it's a patent that Qualcomm has, who knows? The other thing is no millimeter wave 5 years later. This is absolutely insane. Now,
it's not because they couldn't have millimeter wave. That was a business decision.
Right. And by the way,
they never put it on their old lower end devices.
Josh from PA Tech just responded, and I'm glad you put it up, Chacha. Do you want to read this out? This is big.
The Apple C1 modem specifications include 4 carrier aggregation on 5G. So that's 4 channels. I think Qualcomm currently has 5 carrier aggregation.
Yep.
We're doing 4 gigabit per second maximum speed. It's not doing millimeter wave, so it's probably not going to achieve that because there just isn't enough mid-band in aggregation and enough depth. But anyways,
right.
4x4 MIMO.
4x4.
So if I was going to say, what are you missing? You're missing a carrier of NR, you're missing millimeter wave, and you're missing the most up-to-date Wi-Fi specs.
So basically, if I'm understanding you correctly, Chacha, what Max said earlier is exactly right. It's better for you to get a 15 Pro purely on the RF, than to do this. Now, if you're purely talking about a new phone and you're going to get Apple Care on it and you potentially are going to be getting it through a carrier, right, where you're getting it for $1, whatever, this might be the best deal because you're not going to be getting a 15 Pro for that same price. But
just suck it up and get a 16. They got those free too.
Right, you can get a 16, and that's a whole nother situation. But this changes the game, ladies and gentlemen. We now have a second modem because the Pixel modem, the Tensor, and all that, I don't count that. I don't count that right now. The market share of Pixel's not enough. This one is going to be the one because the prophecy is fulfilling itself. Back in 2020, we said that Apple is in the business of combining their Apple Silicon chips with their modem. We said this, it's on record. Go back in time to the podcasts. Chacha and I spent multiple podcasts theorizing how this would look like. This is the first phone to fully integrate their modem and their GPU and CPU to make that multiple leaps of battery performance. That's why I'm still tracking that the 17 and 17 Plus will come with the C1 or C2 or, to Max's point, a C1 Pro. But the days of Qualcomm are numbered. We knew this based on their contractual obligations. Contractually, Qualcomm is only until 2028. So Apple is forced to either get a new modem or create their own. And guess what they did for the SE? They created their own.
Hey, can I say something, Moose? I don't like this phone. This is literally an XR with OLED. And like I know it doesn't have millimeter wave, and I still think the iPad Pro should have had millimeter wave, but the people that are getting this phone really are really not going to care for it because it's a budget phone. Most of those people are non-tech savvy people. And one of the main reasons why it was made was to get people that couldn't afford an iPhone into the Apple ecosystem and to basically sell it in other countries cheaper.
How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you speak about my iPhones like that? That iPhone will be not for peasants or paupers. It'll be for the upscale bougie people who really can't afford it.
It's literally a broke bitch bougie phone.
Well, I mean, yeah, Tanner, they priced it at $600 for a phone that should have been $450 or $500.
But like, okay, so I'll say this, Max. They should have not put OLED on that phone. I would have rather than put the dynamic island and kill the OLED and price the phone at $479.
So the dynamic island is not going to be on there?
No, it's literally a 13.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's literally it's actually an XR.
Which was a darn good phone. I had that phone back in the day. I mean,
yeah, back in 2015, it was cool, bro.
It was cool. It was all right. That battery lasted forever.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moose is so right. Look at that message you put in there. Apple's not in the business of innovating for the customer. They're in the business of cutting costs. That's why they reuse old parts on all their stuff. Whenever they release a cheap version of something, it's reusing old parts from something else. Look at the iPad, the iPhone, the Apple Watch, the AirPods, any of their products. Look at the most expensive, nicest ones, and then look at the cheapest ones. You'll notice something about the cheapest ones. They look a lot like the older, nice ones. Because let's use the example of the iPhone 14. Before Apple released the iPhone 14, they bought a whole bunch of 6.1-inch OLED screens, 60 hertz with notches. They bought like a ton of them to get a huge bulk discount on them, knowing full well they wouldn't use them all in iPhone 14s. They would probably use some of them in some lower-end phone like this. Apple's probably got tons of parts that are all standardized across their devices because they know that eventually they'll use them in a cheaper version of something.
It's okay. It's all in good marketing, and it's not a budget phone anymore. It's the iPhone Air. You know what I'm saying?
It's literally a mid-ranger.
Yeah. There you go.
They have a massive thread on Cell Mapper about this phone, and I'm just looking at the comments. Man, at Max, if you can go onto the Reddit of Cell Mapper, this is a very intense conversation. Like, for example, the guy's like, I want to immediately compare it to the iPhone 16 models. One guy is saying that he's upgrading from an 11 Pro. To your point, Max, exactly the right clientele that they're targeting.
That's a 5-year-old phone, though.
Right. And then this other guy's saying, who cares about millimeter wave? I'm not in a suburb. I'm in the rural. I'm going to be getting this phone. You know?
And Sneed is not a 5-year-old phone. It's an antique. You know, so you got to look at it. Respect it.
Right. Yo, shout out to Green. Thanks for the super chat. X80 modem is goated.
All right, I got that Reddit up. Yeah, I'm seeing the guy that's upgrading from the 11 Pro. So actually, let's zoom in even more here. Yeah, 11 Pro. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be buying one just to compare it to the 16s and do a video to see what that's like.
That's fair.
Yeah, figure out how much worse it actually is, because everyone's pretty confident that it's going to be worse. I'm gonna reserve my judgment until I try it.
It's going to bring Intel flashbacks.
All right, let me ask you guys this: would if you had, it's 600, right?
Yep.
Okay, $600. I think you can get a 15 for that much.
15 Pro, which is objectively better in every way, objectively better phone
than the one that's coming out. Yeah, absolutely. The cameras, especially.
I mean, in every which way, right?
Yeah.
I mean, is a 14 Pro Max better than this phone?
Well, no, the 14 Pro Max still has a Lightning port, which, I'd rather have someone get a USB-C port. But the 14 Pro Max, apart from the Lightning port and apart from the chip, which is a couple generations old, apart from those things, better phone.
Facts. That gave me an idea because I still got my 14 Pro and I'm using my 16 Pro. I might as well do a comparison because there is a difference.
Oh, Carlos is buying 3 of them.
He is?
Carlos, bro.
My man's.
Like I thought I was crazy because yesterday, honestly, before this phone was announced, I thought maybe I'd get 2 because I didn't realize how expensive it was going to be. I'm just gonna get the one.
Carlos, the only dude I know that bought a Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, called it trash, and now he just beats it up.
Hey, I got one too, and it's like it's got a nicer design, but apart from that,
Carlos is really disappointed with that.
And by the way, the comment on that Reddit about Wi-Fi 7 is BS because I have a Wi-Fi 7, modem / router, and the iPhone literally still says 6E in the Wi-Fi setting. So it's BS. It's all marketing. So
it doesn't have 6E.
Well, I'm saying? It's all in marketing. I mean, McDonald's will show you a hamburger that looks delicious on a commercial, but when you get to McDonald's, the hamburger never look like that, do it?
You ain't lying, bro.
Look like it came out of like a trash can.
I swear. And Carlos, I will be in Vegas next month, Carlos. So when I be in Vegas, man, when I'm in Vegas, I'm gonna hit you up, Carlos. Let's get it.
Yeah. What up, Austin?
Nothing much.
Talk to me, dog. Got the new iPhone. What it is?
I'm impressed that they put their own modem in it.
You're impressed?
Yeah, I was
My
not
man.
expecting. I was not expecting them to.
What?
It's literally a recycled modem.
Wait, hold on, Austin. They literally
So-
had a contract set to expire with Qualcomm.
Oh, here's where I was on the a fellow podcast, the Community Tech podcast, and I kind of had my doubts before. Hear me out. I'm going to go on record on this one.
All right.
Apple is known to do things very long and drawn out, and I was not expecting them to put their own modem in that phone. I was not expecting them to put a modem in a phone until 2030.
Preach. Preach.
They don't have a contract with Qualcomm and that runs through 2030.
Sir, this company is big enough they'll just renew just to save themselves, just like Mike Sievers over there putting on the cologne with metal in it to disguise his sweaty armpits.
That's funny.
But don't you think we would have had a renewal by
Yeah,
some
we would
point
we
for the
would have
next
had a
3 or
renewal
4
if
years?
something was really bad with the modem, we would have a renewal.
Yo, shout out to B Floyd. He said we talking about Apple selling Wolf tickets.
but
absolutely, sir.
This
Wolf
is the
tickets.
thing. This is the thing. I don't think that customers are going to, in the millions, remember, in the multiple millions, leave Apple simply because it's not performing as well as Samsung. Back in the day, the difference was so bad that people were having issues with call quality indoors, speeds outdoors. Nowadays, this is what I'm thinking. In 5 years, they must have.
Yeah, go ahead.
In 5 years, since we knew about this modem, by the way, remember, we knew about this since nobody else knew. Okay.
Right.
We knew about this 5 years ago. And 5 years ago, compared to the X70, it was 8% difference, right? In terms of RF performance. Now we got to test it. It could be a 1% difference, 2%. We don't know. But what we do know is this.
Damn well it ain't going to be a 1 or 2% difference.
Hey, Moose, I want to pick your brain first.
Yeah.
First thing is AT&T's got to identify. That's the only that I was in your home base out in Texas. They got to identify. The second thing, the second thing they got to identify in Florida. So I'm in the same boat.
They got to do Florida better than that, bro.
Yeah, they got to do Florida better than that. They can't be in Fort Myers doing executive permitting and then all we see is lipstick on pigs, sir. But anyways, back to the iPhone.
Erectile dysfunction, bro.
Oink.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, that's crazy.
But no, back to this modem. What was happening 5 years ago? If everyone wants to bring out the receipts on this, what was happening? The downfall of a battle between Apple customers, nerds, basically, and when they put the Intel modem back in 2017, if I dare pull that Band-Aid off.
Yep.
Oh damn it! Oh damn it!
Bring it up! Bring it up!
Yeah, the real thing that opened this can of worms on the C1 modem was actually when they had the Intel modem in the phone with the iPhone 8 and iPhone 10 and the iPhone 7, of course, in certain handsets. Right. And since then, it opened up that
only
can of
on
worms.
GSM models.
It don't matter, Brandon. It opened up a can of worms, is what I'm saying. It was trash. So then they throttled the Qualcomm modem to compete with the Intel modem.
Yep.
They did. The receipts are out there. You can dig them up.
I think if that were to happen today, there would be a lot of lawsuits because I remember a few years back, Qualcomm actually did sue Apple.
Yeah, well,
I don't remember what it was.
It depends on who will take this case and who will run with it. An engineer will, but the average consumer is like $5.99. Yeah, I'll just put it on the credit card. I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna finance it on B's paycheck.
Yeah, Clark.
Yeah, but one thing about these companies, Austin, is that both of them have lipstick on a pig money.
Oh, of course they all do. It don't matter to the OEM or the carrier, and in a way, the customer eventually does get screwed over. It don't matter who you pick when it comes to Samsung, the Google with their Exynos chip.
Yeah, but you know where this is going to slide in, though, Austin. This is going to slide into the prepaid carriers on a subsidy.
Oh yeah,
I know.
We can talk about that for sure.
For like $200-300.
Yeah, that's right, brother.
Well, and you know what, Sneed?
Yeah, of
Metro by
course.
T-Mobile is doing this thing for free over 12 bill credits.
But here's the thing about the postpaid providers. They're going to sell this thing for free.
Yeah.
But you can get a pro for free.
Well,
But what I was telling Brandon before is a lot of the things when I was talking to the local Apple stores down here when I was trying to get the 16 Pro for the tech channel, they were so hit with so much demand, Sneed, that they couldn't even look at the inventory in the warehouses in like the main hubs, even Cali. They were hit so bad. But when I went into the Apple store and I asked some of the employees, I should have filmed it, but I didn't want to, be that nuisance because they were still busy with all the phones well into like October. They said a lot of people were coming in not because of the fact that they're putting the cash down for the phone, they're financing it, and that's what Apple wants in the end is the finance part, especially for the Pro lineup.
I want to go back, Austin. You mentioned really good points because we needed a historical retro stream. We need to go back in time. Okay. That stream 5 years ago, I remember this. Okay. Everybody in the channel, all the community were up in arms to the fact that even Apple was considering doing this. Guys, guess what? It's already here. It's already back again, right? This time, though, to the point that there was a comment, Max, you had a comment there on the Reddit that apparently Mark Gurman said that the C2 or the next generation chip will come with millimeter wave. There's no financial incentive for Apple to put it.
But what about the Verizon customers at the Super Bowl?
Again, you really think that a Verizon customer that's going to the Super Bowl that had to pay $2,000, $4,000 for a ticket is going to be rocking an SE? No way.
Well,
he's got a point there.
It's an iPhone 17
but
Air.
I hope they at least put on their main flagships, Moose. I hope they actually do millimeter wave, especially the pros. When you're dishing out over $1,000, no way. I'm not gonna let Apple fly with this one.
Right. Well, okay. You said the C2 is coming to the next flagships, right? Or is it coming to the next mid-range like this?
Let me ask you this: do you guys consider the 16 and 16 Plus a flagship or just the entry base?
The entry into the
mid-ranger.
Entry into the flagship. It's still in the flagship series.
See, this is a good debate.
Yeah,
it's a mid-ranger.
Because I almost started thinking for a minute.
One second.
No, Brandon. What is a mid-ranger?
Austin, hold on a second. When they classify their devices, they say that the 16 is the flagship. The Pro model devices are the level up. So you can't move the goalpost. They're clearly, you look at the price points. A flagship sells at $800. When you get into the 1,000 and better, you're getting into Pro model devices.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I heard Brandon say something about it being a mid-ranger. Okay, that's cool. This is a mid-ranger. If you go to the top of the page, Max, you'll see it says greatest price ever. It's telling you it's for the price conscious.
Yeah. Hold on,
the average person, Sneed, like when they go in, like say my family that's not IT tech savvy like I am, this would be a great phone for the majority of them if they want just to have like the latest of the latest, but not blowing the bank. If you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and as being just an iPhone user, just in general, I'm just looking at it. And for $700 with that notch right there, I don't know, bro. I can't do it.
It's an XR.
Yeah.
Well, and if you want to upgrade your storage,
but unlike the XR, it actually has OLED. So
yeah, well, if you want to upgrade your storage to 512 gigs, you know how much it costs for the 512 gig version of the 16E?
How much?
Get a 16.
$900 for a 16E with 512
Who's
gigs.
buying a budget phone with 512 gigs?
Yeah, really.
I mean, some people don't care about the specs of their phone. People just want a phone that has a lot of storage.
Whoa. Max brings up a very valid point there. People do not care about the specs of their phone that much.
They really don't. They really don't. They care about status. For real, they care about status and style.
If we turn the noise down, if we turn the noise down, go into like a T-Mobile store, an AT&T store, and a Verizon store, when this phone does launch, you'll hear people go, what's the best bang for the buck that I can get for my wallet with one of the newest iPhones, and I bet you that rep's gonna go, here's an iPhone 16e. It has Apple Intelligence, it gets 5G, it has all the bells and whistles. You can do your phone call, your social media, your TikToks.
Absolutely.
That's all they're gonna do, and it's gonna sell.
And you know what? As a customer buying it and they hearing that, they're gonna be like, oh well, shit. You got one camera, you take one picture at a time, shoot one video at a time. Give me that. You're right.
The ones that do video production like me or anyone else that's like a very heavy Apple user,
exactly.
We're gonna still stick with the Ultra Supreme, 15 Pro Max, 16 Pro Max, 17 Pro Max.
Absolutely.
And by the way, I was looking at the pricing, and you're absolutely right, Max. It's $899, but I don't think that 512 is actually going to sell as much as the 256 because at $700, $700 out the door plus tax, right, dude?
Moose, great point. Yeah,
because that is a soft point because the 16, that blue 16 over there, right now is literally almost $750. Out the Apple store with a tax in Florida, it brings it up to almost $800.
With a dynamic island, right? With a dynamic island and an extra camera.
Well,
yup.
And this is why what you're looking at right now should tell you everything you need to know about why you should just buy a used iPhone instead. I mean, literally get a used 15 Pro instead of the regular 16. All you gain with the regular 16 is a camera control, which sucks. And like some fancy colors. Look, it comes in thong color. And then get the used 15 Pro for like $650. Get that instead of this. Get that instead of this.
If we had a Verizon skin, skin 16, or no, if we had a Boost skin 16, I know there are some people in this chat that will be very quiet.
If there's
I love my Boost.
Yo, if there's an
Boost is not bad in certain markets. Yeah. Florida, Jacksonville market, it's kind of trash.
If they make an orange 16, then I will retract the statement I just made. Because
look, you got great choices up there. You got
that's gonna be the Home Depot phone.
It's gonna be the Max phone. It's gonna be the Max phone because it's
so I gotta something to say here on this one. I forgot to mention this. So this phone, do you think it's gonna move the needle for any carrier? As in, they're gonna give it away for free. Is this the phone that people are gonna be running to the stores that have iPhone 8, iPhone 10,
Prepaid.
10R?
Prepaid.
You know what I'm saying?
This is gonna be the people
free.
This is going to be the people that they're
still get a heavily discounted for porting in.
Sorry for talking.
I'll pull up some of the carrier deals because some of the carriers already announced their deals for this one.
Well, so Moose, the one going to be, it's just going to be free. That's all it's going to be over 2 years or 3 years.
Well,
no trade required. That's it.
No, they're talking about doing a free one through prepaid though. A free 16E.
Really?
Prepaid. Yeah.
I was thinking maybe heavily subsidized, maybe 50%, something like that.
Nah, the whole thing, the whole deal. Free at Metro.
$3.99.
Yeah, let me pull that up.
Here's my take on it. I feel that the iPhone 16 is literally going to be commercials on how to get their free phone on the best plan and all the cheap and basically all the old people and the kids that are getting their first phone. This is a perfect phone for them.
Man.
Or the people that have an iPhone 7 currently in 2025 and you accidentally dunk it in a toilet bowl and it died.
It's literally the phone where you see somebody's grandpa and then they add you on their T-Mobile plan for free because it's a free line for Lord knows how long.
Man.
Hold on though. So
that's what I call
that's like 9 generations ago.
So Metro by T-Mobile, iPhone 16e on us with the Metro Flex Up or the Flex Plus plans after 12 months of service credit. So basically, they give you $600 divided out over 12 months. So that is $50 a month.
And by the way, there's some people that are going to pass on this phone because it comes with Apple Intelligence turned on automatically.
No, let me correct you.
I mean, hey, can I ask you a question? Do you think the carriers actually wanted Apple to make this phone?
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna do numbers. Probably.
Yes.
Okay.
Sales for the carrier.
One thing I'm going to correct Moose on. The Apple Intelligence thing was a bug in 18.3 that has been fixed in 18.3.1. It actually does not force it on. It only happened on certain handsets. It did not occur with none of my phones around here.
Okay, good. So
it was a bug. I did confirm it with other people in the Apple community.
But here's the thing, though, right? Here's the thing. This phone is marketed as the cheapest entry to get Apple Intelligence.
Well, of course, Apple Intelligence literally advertised the 16 with the iPhone 16 with Apple Intelligence, but held out till October, almost November, and dropped Apple Intelligence like AT&T dropped 5G Plus in Jacksonville. All right. Took a while,
but I don't think Apple Intelligence is moving the needle. Is my point.
It never. It all Apple does is make noise. They haven't done something to actually do that, which I'm not surprised in a way, because what can't Apple Intelligence do that ChatGPT or Grok can do already?
I don't even use mine.
This is important. This is why it's going to be big for years. 4 iPhone 16e on us and 4 new voice lines for $25 a line a month when trading in eligible phones. This is why
trading in though.
Well, yeah, but it's going to be like 8s or whatever. It's not going to be a very high ceiling. And the thing is, sure, carriers are doing iPhone 16, 16 Pro for free, but those have a lot of strings attached, a lot of requirements that a lot of people don't meet. I think this one's the one that, you get it for free and you have the least requirements. So if you're on a lower end plan, or if you've got an older trade-in, or if you don't have a trade-in, you can still get this one for free or heavily discounted. AT&T is doing it for $6 a month with no trade-in on any plan period. Even that's a deal. Plus. So
that's a deal.
You can get as many of them as you want on AT&T for $6 a pop, basically a month.
And the timing of it all, it's like right at the point where people think about their budget. A lot of people think about budgeting their money better. On that end, they come up with a deal like that for free of $6 a month. Sheesh, that's good business.
But I'm still doubting that this phone, so just to give you an idea of the wireless industry right now, right? I feel like we are oversubscribed, and what I mean by that is, if you look at the eligible population that can have a phone, everybody has 1.2 phones. You know what I mean?
Hey, don't call me out like that. I have 2 phones activated.
Right. Can I get to the super chat real quick, guys?
Yeah, go ahead.
Shout out to Jason D. Thank you, man. Appreciate the super chat. He said, "Boost, U.S. Mobile, Consumer Cellular, Cricket will sell these like hotcakes."
I agree.
I agree.
Right, these things are going to fly through the prepaid carriers and the MVNO guys.
The Rickies of the world.
But everybody that I know has at least 2 lines on their phone, 2 eSIM profiles.
All right.
At least.
And somebody creeping out here too. So they're gonna have to have that.
Right. They activating the creeping lines, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I creep.
So my point is that so this phone, right? It's a lot better than the previous SE. It's the cheapest entry. It's probably going to be the best battery life. Okay,
absolutely.
On 5G, it's probably going to be the best battery life on any 5G phone because of the C1. But is it going to have the best performance? No. Are you expecting the best performance? Probably not.
No, not at all.
It's Gen 1. We had problems with the one that I brought up to Brandon and Carlos.
Even if it wasn't Gen 1, why would I expect the best performance from Apple?
Right.
Damn, Sneed, come on now.
Well,
I'm being serious. That's Apple not even I'm not even trying to be funny. They've never been one to innovate the technology. It's always been about innovating cost and production.
Yeah, but Sneed, wasn't Samsung finally catching up with Apple with its 5 years of updates, and Apple's been doing it for the last, I don't know, since 2017, 2018.
Right, exactly.
And what does that have to do with performance?
Right, yeah. Well, the thing that has to do with performance is when Apple makes a chip like CPU, GPU, NPU, all those parts of the SoC, those iPhone SoCs have always been a year or 2 ahead of the comparative Qualcomm. Like if you look at the A18 Pro right now versus... Well, actually, this year Qualcomm is getting closer. But last year is a prime example because it's been like this for several years. Look at the A17 Pro in the iPhone at the time versus the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. The iPhone smoked it. And then the Mac chips with the M series Mac chips.
No. You're missing the point. It's not about the chip. I'm talking about the entire package. What everybody has had to negotiate every step of the way was a lesser display, was a lesser cellular performer, a lesser Wi-Fi performer, a lesser charging performer. I mean, the list goes on and on. You were always getting less when you were getting an iPhone. You sacrificed it so you could have the Apple ecosystem.
Right.
It was literally a trade-off. There was never a version where the hardware of the iPhone was better than any Android flagship. That never happened.
Never happened. Never.
Not even with the iPhone 10.
No.
How is that better than anything that came out that year from the flagship Androids?
Well, because it used the Android modem.
That's one piece. I'm talking about the entire phone.
That phone was revolutionary.
Well, it wasn't that phone also throttled, right?
Yep.
So it wasn't actually the full capability.
If Apple gave you the best hardware they could, they'd sell you the damn phone for $2,000.
Oh my God! But Apple throttled it like that because Apple know better than everybody else.
But you get what I'm saying?
And I say that sarcastically.
But you know what I mean, though.
Yeah. I'm reading the cell mapper, and this is interesting. It's saying that the C1 modem is going to have a problem with band 14 and band 71.
Where's that at? I mean, what bands are those? Did
band 71
AT&T and T-Mobile.
I'm trying to. Here we go. So it says, okay. So this guy named Informal Major 8 hours ago. I'm curious to see how it stacks up against Qualcomm. They have to be optimized for so many frequencies across so many providers across the world. It will be interesting to see the real world difference and how it handles speeds and also cell performance range, cell edge performance, and band and cell switching. One thing I'm confused at is the EU models lack 14 and 71 because Apple doesn't have to pay Qualcomm for the frequencies. I don't see the purpose in activating those frequencies. Then the guy responds way down, right? He's saying the same 14 and 71 problem is also on the new C1 modem, according to GSM Arena. In practice, it doesn't make any difference, though, since those frequencies are not used where the phones are sold. You just have to make sure to roam and buy an eSIM on Verizon in USA. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
But I thought AT&T and Apple are best pals.
So the EU version of the 16E is going to have issues roaming in the United States for the 2026 World Cup and Olympics. That's interesting.
That's terrible.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, that's garbage truck juice right there.
Hey, so I gotta ask Tex a question. How do you think the phone's gonna do on your grandfather's network, sir?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Fucking Charlie Net.
Damn it.
I'm gonna be testing all four carriers. I'm gonna have Verizon. I'm gonna have AT&T. I'm gonna have T-Mobile.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, how do you think the phone will impact the actual network as far as sales and everything goes? Because right now, at this point, the MVNOs, the cable MVNOs have more customers than Boost Mobile actually does, yet they're building a network now.
Right.
Yeah. So,
man,
are they gonna? They might do a promo on it because, like, what they're doing right now with like some of the iPhones, obviously they got the iPhone every year plan, but that already includes the 16 Pro. So no one on that plan would get a 16E. But we're talking like customers on other plans, maybe like the $25 plan or the $50 plan,
Very true.
the $60 plan. Those customers might go for that one, especially like prepaid instead of postpaid. Because right now through prepaid, they're doing the iPhone 15 for like $200 when you port a number in at a Boost store. So they might do something along those lines with this one.
But the thing is, where are the Boost stores now? Because they're very limited compared to what they were 6 years ago. Not only that, but like, they might have this forever program, but you can't compare 8 million customers compared to what Sprint had, like 50 or 40 million customers 7 years ago.
I just found a link to Mark Gurman's post that he did on Bloomberg back in December 6th of last year. This is very interesting. The title is Apple Plans 3-Year Modem Rollout in Bid to top Qualcomm. And then it says, the subtitle says, initial chip in iPhone, quote unquote, SE won't match Qualcomm capabilities. However, higher end version in 2026 confirmed. So that means the iPhone 18 series will have the Apple modem.
So the 17s will have the Qualcomm Snapdragon.
Well, here's something interesting. If you keep scrolling down, it says there's this code name called hold on here. I think it was Prometheus. Hold on, let me read it again. Because they have a bunch apparently code names. But
prosthetic?
The next not prosthetic. The next modem will come supposedly with millimeter wave. And that pretty much confirms that means that there's going to be a 17E.
I'm telling you, every time Apple brings their own into it, you're going to get lesser. You are always going to get lesser.
You don't have no faith in Apple.
I still miss the headphone jack.
Bro, when somebody tells you who they are, believe them.
Hey, good point.
Whether they show it directly or it's demonstrated, they're snitching on themselves, bro. They're dry snitching. They're telling you who they are.
Hey, Sneed, at least with my editing computer now, my fans don't turn on. I don't have a space heater in my room, and I'm not drawing 400 plus watts anymore.
Yeah, I mean, Apple makes the best computers. I'm just gonna say that. I don't care how much hate I get. Apple makes the best computers. They do.
We were talking about
smartphones, I put down almost $4,000 after taxes. But that's what I paid for.
My condolences to your trust fund, bro.
My trust fund, sir.
You probably got 8 terabytes or something. But I forgot what I was gonna say. But someone else can go. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Okay,
I made sure Apple wrote me over $1,000 check refund, sir.
Hey, you know why band 14 and band 71 is a problem for this device? Because those are the biggest parts of the radios.
Yeah.
The low bands.
Yeah.
They couldn't shrink it down. You know, this is what Austin, you better not be apologizing for the rotten apple, bro. Don't do it, bro.
Oh, do I apologize?
Don't do it, dog.
I may do it just to troll. Get me in here and then maybe I will.
They see
so I remember I remembered what I was gonna say. So for those who watched Apple's announcement video for it, I was actually really surprised that they took time to mention that they put their own modem in and that they made it a part of their presentation. I thought they were going to do it quietly and secretly and not make mention of
billions of dollars on this.
They bought the Intel modem, dude.
And they're serving you a shit burger.
And guess what? I'm gonna buy it, try it, and give it a taste test. Let you know.
And by the way, it says right here. Let me just read the article, unless you want to put it up. It says this. This is shocking. When the iPhone SE, quote unquote, debuts in a few months. Remember, this was December. We're now in February. It will have major new features, including Apple Intelligence, blah blah blah, and the new in-house modem codenamed Sinope. Okay. For now, the modem won't be used in Apple's high-end products.
Why?
It's set to come. Well, there's a reason why. I'll tell you where it says that. It's set to come to a new mid-tier iPhone later next year, codenamed D23, that features a far slimmer design than current models. The chip will start rolling out as early as 2025 in Apple's lower end, also on lower end iPads as well.
Bruh, look at the name of the model, Dookie 23. That means they came up with this 2 years ago. You're getting the shit burgers from 2023, bro.
What?
So this is why it says it started with the low end. The company decided to start with lower end products in part because a modem is a risky endeavor. If it doesn't work properly, customers will suffer drop calls and missed notifications. There's little tolerance for that on Apple's highest end 1,000+ iPhones. Moreover, Sinope isn't as advanced as the latest modems from San Diego-based Qualcomm, meaning the first Apple modem is a downgrade from the component currently in the iPhone 16 Pro.
Just like in raw power, the M1 was good, but if you overloaded the M1 like I did, you ended up with a logic board failure. But hey, I had Apple Care Plus, so I got a free logic board on Apple's dime.
Jesus.
And it's
I'm waiting
confirmed.
for the Apple fans in this StreamYard to go. Really, Austin? You
And
hit your
by the
Apple
way,
dirty like that?
it confirms in this article. It says in lab tests, the first Apple modem caps out at download speeds about 4 gigs per second, less than top speeds offered by non-millimeter wave Qualcomm modems. Real world speeds,
there.
right? Real world speeds.
There's no spectrum out there to do that without millimeter wave.
Right.
Sneed. We won't get there unless you get Ricky in here, and then we're on a new spectrum.
Oh wow, this is interesting. The Apple modem.
People buying the 6E are basically beta testing the modem for Apple.
Yeah,
this is interesting.
That's literally what I was saying earlier.
The Apple modem will also be able to offer better performance relative to SAR limits because it will be managed intelligently via the main processor, the people said. SAR, or specific absorption rate, is a measure of the radio frequency absorbed by the body and government agencies such as the the FCC. Apple is also planning to include support for DSDS, a dual SIM, dual standby that allows data connections on both SIM cards when a user is using 2 phone numbers at the same time.
Oh, that's good.
Which means it's going to have 2 split side antennas, just like the current Qualcomm modem has in the current phone.
Right.
That's good.
That's good.
Oh, shit. Here we go. In 2026, Apple looks to get closer to Qualcomm capabilities with its second generation modem, which will start appearing in higher end products. This chip, it's called Gaimidi. Yeah, Gaimidi, I think. Hold on, let's see here. Gaimidi. That's the code name for the next version of this thing.
Sounds like a STI of some sort.
STI.
Sounds like it'll be the C1 Pro.
Is expected to go into the iPhone 18 lineup that year, as well as upscale iPads in 2027. The big difference is that it will catch up to the current Qualcomm modems by adding support for millimeter wave, download speeds of 6 gigabits per second, 6 carrier aggregation while using sub-6, and 8 carrier aggregation while using millimeter wave. So they're behind.
Oh, they're going to be 2 years behind in 2028.
In 2027, Apple aims to roll out its third modem, codenamed Prometheus. The company hopes to top Qualcomm with that component's performance and artificial intelligence features by that point.
Bro, you lost me at Gaimidia, bro. You're gonna need a Mox.
This is bad. This is bad. That means guaranteed 2026. It says it right here. 2026. I confirmed it. Like I said in the beginning soliloquy, it's gonna happen.
I'm gonna go on record on something, and I'm gonna say that they're gonna scrap this project.
You think so?
They're gonna scrap, yes, because the thing is that the carriers are always moving faster, and so is Samsung when it comes to RF.
I mean, Qualcomm modems move faster than AT&T. Well, AT&T and Verizon, as some people think not, but all the carriers move at putting up these mid-band panels.
Hold on, Brandon. Let's think about this. Apple just spent all these years and all this money investing time into working on modems.
Yeah, and AT&T bought Buzz's money. So what's your point?
Yeah, well, AT&T's leaving employees on staircases and using suction cup desks. Anyway, Apple spent all this time working on modems, and and you already know how committed they are to cutting costs. So why would they just scrap it?
But the thing is, dude, that corporations have money to throw away and literally to throw it out there and to literally get rid of it and do something else.
I just have a feeling, Brandon, that this is it. This is the prediction that we talked about back in 2020. The article literally.
Right. No, but Moose, I agree with you. Like I agree with you, but I don't think long term it will actually last. Because look at it right now. This freaking phone that they're launching right now is literally Project Genesis.
I wouldn't go that low and scratch that bottom of a barrel.
Right.
But Chacha, you still there?
I mean, if you want to do a Project Genesis, you might as well say it's $299 and call it a day.
Chacha, from that article, and Mark Gurman has been batting 1,000. He has inside sources at Apple. Okay, he has people top of the food chain.
Yeah, I second that.
He literally went on record in December 3 months ago. Okay, and he straight up said the roadmap, the 3-year roadmap. It starts today with phase 1. Right? Phase 1 is going to be the lower end iPad. It's going to have the 16E, the SE, right? Okay. Now, he just straight up went on record that the next iPhone in next year is going to come with this modem, phase 2 modem. And then phase 3 is going to have the phase 3 modem.
Yo, Moose, should people take Mark Gurman more serious when John Prosser threatens to shave his eyebrows again?
I don't know. I mean, look,
he shaved his eyebrows once.
When that happened,
he already shaved them once. He'll do it again.
He'll do it again. Exactly my point.
Chacha, what do you think about this?
So here's what I'm getting from all the stuff that you just kind of explained. They're going to be behind forever. There's no indication that they're going to be up to speed. They're going to be at least 2 years behind. Who the hell knows where Qualcomm is going to be in 2 or 3 years? The gap could be larger. The margin of separation could be even greater.
But Sneed, what network is as quick as Qualcomm is building these chips?
It doesn't really matter. I'm just looking at it from a competitive standpoint. Is they're not actually competing. They're just trying to get away from Qualcomm so they don't have to pay them. Because the patents, the technologies are going to increase in cost. They don't want to rent that space, bro. They have to be. It's about owners' economics. It has nothing to do with anything else, bro. They're literally telling people all they care about is price. Here, look at the screen. They don't care about giving you anything better, as long as what they're giving you is slightly better than the last piece of shit you bought.
We can say the same about Pixel when they moved over to their own in-house modem with the Pixel.
That's exactly what they did, Oz. Exactly. So they just wanted to get away from Qualcomm.
And Pixel, that was excuse my French, ladies and gentlemen, but that was a utter shit show. That literally was like an A10 Bionic thrown in the Pixel.
Finally, people are you know how many people like were trying to throw tomatoes at me in the street for saying that exact same thing? It's so true.
Or not Moose. Max, I'll back you up on that because of the fact that I've done digging into these chips and stuff like that too.
The chips are just really behind the competition. The phones aren't that good as an overall package. They're not. And then they raised the prices of them in the last few years. The base Pixel used to be $599, regularly on sale for like $500. Now they're $800 for the base model.
And what's up with the nonsense? Speaking of Pixel, what's up with this whole Are they still doing the charges of the latest Pixel for the mmWave up premium?
No, I think they're all mmWave now.
Finally, well, at least they finally smelt the roses for that one.
But I mean, they're $800 now. Like a base Pixel that's small with 2 cameras should not be $800. A Pro Pixel should not be $1,000 because they're not equivalent to their competitors' phones at those prices.
Which in this case, you would compare to Samsung.
I mean, I would compare them to Samsung. I compare them to the iPhone.
That too.
I mean, like the base Pixel is more in line with this iPhone 16e.
No, I would kind of actually agree with that.
I mean,
it's got a few changes, like okay, maybe a 90 hertz display or even a 120 hertz display difference compared to this thing only has 60 hertz. but we're right now scrapping at little tiny pieces of apple left over from a rotten apple.
So, Chacha, you're saying 2 years behind always now, starting this year or next year.
Well, it could be 3 years by the time we get to 27, or 3 years by 2028. What the hell do we know? What indication do you see like a U-turn? What innovation do you see coming from Apple? Everybody's literally saying the same thing. I don't even feel like upgrading, and they got phones from 4 or 5 years ago.
Sneed, there's one thing I'm going to tell you. I know y'all didn't see my tech channel before, but I've done a few live streams with a few friends. I dogged on Apple Silicon M1 chips. I dogged on them. But I had to put my foot in my mouth with the M4, finally. I know it took a while, but with the M4 SoC, I had to put my foot in my mouth. I had to shut up. But it took a while.
Let me ask you this, and you guys tell me if this is the true average consumer point of view, not the like top users, okay, or the fanatics, okay?
That's right.
So let me ask you this. Is it true that ultimately they don't care and they just care about battery life? Because if it's going to be battery life, the main reason for the switch, and obviously the cost savings for Apple, but a customer is going to be like, oh shit, I can get 35 hours of battery life?
Yeah, you know? Man.
What do you guys think about that?
I love it. Love battery life. That's right. Most important part of my phone, honestly.
The one thing I was going to bring up, Moose, my family, my mom upgraded from a 13 to a 16 Pro. I bought it for her, but she upgraded with a trade-in. My sister has a 14. My brother-in-law has a 13, and my niece has a 13. Phones are pretty good for them. They're not talking about upgrades. My sister even upgraded from the 13 to the 14, partly because a T-Mobile rep swindled her, but we don't talk about that. And that was 2 weeks before the 16s came out.
Yeah.
So, Josh, if that was true, then why are people still buying $1,000 phones? If people just want shit to load calls to work and battery, why are they spending $1,000?
Most people just want them.
They're getting them free from carriers.
Huh.
And you know how mad B got when I suggested that people are upgrading because the carriers are giving them free phones? But it's true. We've talked about how upgrade rates are slowing despite how the promotions are getting more intense.
And then all we get is complaints from the carriers talking about it's so expensive to get a customer.
Well, yeah, it's just that people aren't really interested anymore.
Shit, it's tough out here for everybody right now.
Maybe maybe the carriers are excited about this iPhone 16e because for the customers that aren't upgrading solely because of price, now they've got another option to
at their price point, right?
Right. Well, and it's something in the latest series. It's one of the latest phones.
Yeah.
And it's cheap.
I agree.
No, but one of the things that I'll say is that these phones the past 4 or 5 years have become very fast to a point where it doesn't motivate that person, that consumer, to actually upgrade because they look at the design and they see it being the same.
Right.
The only time people will actually upgrade their phone is when they're constantly tired of charging their phones.
Yeah, but this one looks like some bullshit, bro. Look, it's got one camera, bro. Look at it. It's just sitting there. One lens, one sensor.
Well, Apple says it's 2 cameras in one.
That's right.
Oh, so you're telling me it's bipolar?
Yeah, but see, this is not a Kodak moment, sir.
No, not at all.
It's a one at a time.
This phone's gonna find a niche, but it's not for us nerds. 100%. It's not for us nerds.
This is what I'm
This is the phone for Moose to do his Saturday night party activities. All right, that's all this phone's for.
Hey, you know where all you know where all these are going to be in 3-4 years? They're going to be on eBay and Swappa for $200.
Less than 200. But I will say this
But knowing
too.
Apple products, maybe it'll be like 200. No, Apple's weird about that.
Yeah.
But I'll say this, okay? Why would a business pay any money for this phone if they can potentially get a used device for $0? You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
So
do you know
what I
this
mean,
is, bro? I'm not even joking, Moose.
yeah.
You remember that song from Obi Trice?
Oh God, yeah.
There was a song called "Hope She Got Some Teeth."
God.
You know what I'm saying? This phone is the epitome of Obi Trice. Hope she got some teeth, bro. Or maybe it's the setup. If you remember that song, though, that's perfect for this phone. You're about to get played, dog.
Now I gotta look that song up. All right.
Tana would look it up.
I just hope y'all all had the same heat for the 4.7 refreshed iPhone 8 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But wait, so just to confirm, right? The body of the phone is an iPhone 14, right?
Yeah,
like
No,
a 14?
it is a
15.
XR with an OLED display. It's a 6.1
Yeah.
inch display.
Well, I mean, it's mostly 14 parts, but yeah.
But it's not rounded, it's boxy, right?
It's boxy, yes.
The 14 is boxy.
But as a consumer, it's the newest iPhone, and they got FaceTime on it.
Right.
Yeah,
there you go.
But you know what's going to be crazy? There could be a stocking stuffer easily this Christmas. Dude, it's too cheap. It's too cheap.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's $600 for a load of junk.
Hey, Moose.
Who hasn't said that Black Friday Best Buy might do a Flash by 250?
Hold on. Apple never puts their phones on sale. The carriers put their phones on sale.
And so
Exactly.
Right.
No, Best Buy doesn't either. Oh well, Best Buy does, but it's just trade-ins.
Best Buy is not allowed. Hold on. Best Buy is not allowed to sell unlocked iPhones. No retailer in the U.S. besides Apple is allowed to sell unlocked iPhones.
No, I know. They go through the carriers. I'm quite aware.
Hey guys, check this out. Somebody's gonna be like, "Yo, check it out! I got the new iPhone 16e."
Oh my God, man!
Bruh.
Oh my God!
Hey Moose, you know what's going to end up happening? These same people that can't tell the difference are going to be the same ones that come out on Jimmy Kimmel.
Yo, Sneed, that picture is literally Sneed. That picture is Moose when his desk walks away.
Oh my God!
Oh shit! What's happening?
It's sliding. Really funny.
It's sliding off of the window. Sliding off the window.
Look, all I'm gonna say is this.
I couldn't believe that was a story until I contacted some of my family that actually works.
They got a situation where they're gonna be messing around with this phone, trying to market it as like some kind of deal. Max made it pretty clear. There's better ways to spend $600. There's much better ways. I can't with a good conscience. I can't with a good conscience send people to buy this phone when for as much or less can get a better phone.
Hey, Steve, one thing I'm going to hit you with a big fact on. Why is America in debt? Because we don't know how to do financial decisions the smart way.
Well, hold on. So let's go back really quick to this. Let's go back really quick to this because I feel like Sneed's on a point on something. This phone, ladies and gentlemen, is a bad value. Very bad.
What?
Very bad value.
Horrible value.
Terrible value.
Yeah, Tana.
Very bad value. Because guess what's going to happen? Guys, guess what's going to happen? The used device market is going to correct itself. Because now, in order for you to buy an iPhone 15 Pro, it's going to be less expensive than a brand new 16e.
It's crazy.
Hey, can we talk about
that's a win-win for the consumer because then they can go get a 15 Pro Max cheaper.
Yeah, and they should.
No, but Moose, can we talk about how the trade-in values are bullshit when you trade in your phone at Apple now?
No, they actually went up.
No, they have not. They're way down this year, sir. They used to give you over 900 back then.
They increased it, sir.
Sir, I need receipts on scene.
I literally posted in one of the chats. You apparently are too blind to see the receipts.
Moose, does this thing do standalone 5G?
Yeah.
And voice over NR?
Yes, it does. Both.
Okay, all right.
And it has an OLED screen. That $600.
Straight up.
It's an iPhone.
Dantana says, if I can't do my beats on this phone, then it is trash. If I can do my beats on this phone, it's God tier.
Dude, I guarantee you Tana's got at least 10 racks and equipment to do his thing, bro.
Yo, Dantana, speaking of music briefly, I went to a concert and doing the spatial video with the iPhone. The actual microphones didn't clip with the concert and all the like actual instruments and everything.
Really?
Handled it really well.
That's cool. That's a clean recording there.
Oh, dude,
Hey,
it's really clean.
Moose, put me on record on this one. You ready?
Yep, let's do it. What is
if this phone sells well and they make the 17E next year, it's gonna go up by $50.
It's gonna go up by 50?
Yes.
I was hoping Sneed was gonna say I'm gonna have to eat crow.
No.
That's gonna be something. Yeah,
I agree.
If it sells well,
it's gonna start at
$50 next year.
Chacha, I agree. It's gonna start at $50 more, and it's gonna come with 256.
Right.
Maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And my friend Aloha Android Tito, you living on the edge. He said he just keep his iPhone 12. It still works just fine. I said,
Hey, he can keep his iPhone 12. It just reminds him of the Pixel 6.
Yeah, but his battery health got to be like 48%, bro.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that battery health is out of there on that 12.
Oh, the iPhone 12s were straight trash for the battery.
Yeah.
So wait, let's actually talk about that. So this phone, and by the way, I saw MKBHD's OnePlus 13, and that phone is insane, man. That phone is insane. But
is this thing eSIM only worldwide? I know
only.
it's eSIM for the North American.
I don't know about worldwide, but it doesn't say physical SIM at all.
I just see nano SIM, eSIM, dual SIM standby, dual SIM, dual standby, whatever, DSD.
Well, nano SIM is a physical SIM.
But that's all it says. It says nano SIM.
So probably up in Canada and other countries, it's probably still gonna have the same type of SIM relationship, just like the 16, 16 Plus, 16 Pro, and 16 Pro Max.
Right. But anyway, so my point was this. I have a very strong feeling that this phone, for all the people that have been holding on to a iPhone 11 series, iPhone 12 series, damn, even 10s, right? The XS, right? The 10, the 8. Dude, I still saw a guy with an 8 straight up. It wasn't an SE 2022.
Damn.
It was an 8.
He literally had to ask me, like, bro, what phone do you have? And he's like, iPhone 8. And Moose is like, man, my desk went away, and then I see the iPhone 8. Oh,
the guy had a gold 8. Remember with the plus, the 8 plus? 8. Yeah, that's how I knew it was an 8. Because I was like, that's the only color that it came in. But my point, in that series. But my point is this. If you don't upgrade with this phone from those devices, you are lost. You're never upgrading. Unless it dies. You're not going to upgrade. You're lost.
Moose, my best friend's mom had an iPhone 7 Plus, and the only reason why she upgraded was because her phone was shattered.
Oh.
She literally forgot her iCloud password. And she literally, instead of her getting the 16, she just got a regular 15 on Verizon.
Dude, this is crazy. How can somebody not upgrade, man? 7? Jesus Christ.
Crazy. 7's crazy. You imagine OnePlus.
That's dedication.
This post from OnePlus officially basically calling them out because they're saying the OnePlus 13R starts at the same price. You're getting all this stuff. The amount of people buying a OnePlus compared to the amount of people that are buying the iPhone 16. I mean, do a ratio of any OnePlus model ever to the iPhone 16e. It's going to be like 1 to 500.
But Max, the problem with OnePlus, right, is that nobody knows about them because it's not in any carrier store.
Well, and it used to be, but then they quit carriers. They were all over Verizon, T-Mobile, and Sprint for like a year. And then
but they weren't because they weren't selling. They weren't marketing. Nobody knew about them. They were like the same thing with Pixel. Nobody even knows about Google Pixel.
You could walk into a carrier store and get an iPhone whatever Pro Max extra large for free.
Really?
You don't need to.
Just
What are you
get the
going to
most
pay
expensive
taxes?
plan.
See,
Why the
look,
hell
this,
would you do
this is
that?
what
I
I've
don't
been.
know what's it called,
This phone is
13 Pro
literally
Max, Prometheus.
this phone is the I'm thinking about it. The iPhone 16e is Apple overcorrecting for the overpriced Apple Vision Pro.
Oh shit! AVP,
Actually,
shut that.
in my opinion, it's
The 16 is-
overcompensating for a lack of iPhone sales. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
16 is also
Every
overpriced.
single phone that they've been dropping is trying to compensate for last year's flop.
Yeah.
The iPhone
It's been 3
16.
years. It's been 3 years, and these phones aren't selling. All we have to do is look at the carriers' quarterly reports. They're not selling. The upgrade rate is like 3%.
Yep. And why aren't they selling, Chacha? Why aren't they selling?
Because nobody has the money.
Nobody has the money,
That's
and
right, brother. Now you're getting to it.
Because they
And-
maxed out their credit cards.
and what else?
I guess the phones aren't worth the upgrade.
Don't blame it on Trump.
Because in the last since the iPhone 12,
No, I'm
there
going to blame
hasn't
it
been a
on Moose.
material difference in the look of the phone.
People don't see a reason to upgrade.
Exactly.
Got a point.
I mean, if I was on a Samsung or the no, I'll say Samsung. Even though Sneed privately, I don't like One UI, but I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go on record. I'd rather get the Galaxy S23 Ultra over the Galaxy S25 Ultra.
Bro, you've never bought a Galaxy. Why do you have an opinion on this?
Wait.
Sir, yes, I have actually. But
Hold on.
anyways.
Let me say something about the S24 Ultra to S25 Ultra.
Uh-oh.
I literally cannot tell the difference. If you were to have somebody, unless you're inspecting it side by side, that phone is literally the same thing, just slightly different.
Well,
It's no different from the 15 and 16.
Yeah, but most people aren't upgrading from 1 year to the next. Most are going with the duration of their installment plan.
which is 2 to 3 years.
Right.
Man.
Man, but Elon needs to make a phone because I think Apple is saying the iPhone 16 Elon. I think maybe it's time for Elon to make a phone because I hate that we only have two competitors right now.
Brandon, that just sounds like a disaster. And all he's going to be is an OEM of Android.
The X phone.
And by the way, Chacha, I think there's a lot of people on the chat that have been asking this. Is the SMT going to be testing the 16E for, speed, coverage, everything?
Nope.
I will be.
Nope.
I'll be getting one. I'll take one for the team.
People are asking, dog. People are asking.
Poor
Yo,
Steve. He's over there being tortured. He's like, oh, you don't have to put me through this.
I'm taking one for the team. I'm going to get
Well,
one.
Santiago sent over the dono, so we're 1/6 of the way there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Chacha, I think we have to do it, dog. I think we have to do it.
I'll find out. Does Sneed get one? I'll get
Tell you
one.
what, Moose, when you're done with yours, bro, send it over for a couple of weeks.
I'm going to see. Dude, that 16E, I knew it was going to be a dumpster fire. I knew it. And then what's going to happen is all the other phones that are used are going to go less in value. So it's going to be better for the consumer. Either way.
That's right. We win.
Yeah.
I seriously thought it was going to be called SE and that it was going to be like $450 or $500.
This is literally the free iPhone on any carrier.
Yeah. It's true.
Maybe.
The only people that aren't going to be able to qualify are the Durangos that call S-Band.
Whoa. Whoa. Someone's going to be making a mad X post later about all my exes living in Texas.
Hashtag S-Band Durango.
All my exes live in Texas. Whoops. Anyways.
Bro, Tana just sent me so much fire, bro. I'm gonna be using all this shit on my next videos, bro. Shout out to Tana, bro.
Well overdue.
Yeah. Bro, that Griselda. Oh,
Yes.
damn.
Yes, sir.
You guys will hear it. You'll hear it.
Appreciate it.
All right, man.
No, but so to confirm, and I think this is, I mean, man, this stream just by itself has been a legendary stream. But I think it's confirmed, Chacha, you have to get it, dog, to do the testing. You have to do a direct comparison against an iPhone 16 series phone.
And when it fails, do I wipe my ass with it? What do I do with it, bro?
Well, I don't know. I mean, look, we have to see from
make the phone worse.
Remember, this is a network channel. This is a channel.
I got low expectations. If it's decent and it's passable, I'll give it the grade.
Remember, no millimeter wave.
That's okay, bro. It's not priced to have that as a necessity.
It might surprise you.
And anyways, unlike 5G plus, 5G ultra wideband, and 5G ultra capacity, you can get up to 2 gig. Haven't seen a 2 gig AT&T 5G plus N77 speed test Moose.
But let's be clear though. There's no chance in hell this is gonna replace my S25.
No. We did not expect that.
Don't get it twisted, bro. Don't get it twisted.
Come on. Tana may have that expectation, but I sure don't.
It's just to test it. We have to test this modem.
That's right. Sneed said, look here. Don't get it messed up now.
we really do got to test this modem. We have to.
I am curious about the modem. Like I'm gonna, if I do get the phone, Sneed, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna purchase the phone with an open mind of the modem.
What does it need to get a passing grade? It's got to be 90% of a Qualcomm.
Yeah, I was about to say within a 10% difference.
90%.
It's got to be within 90%. And I'm not, it's not just about throughput. It's going to be about edge cell. You know, do I get similar performance from distance? You know, the Wi-Fi, we're going to test that out.
Gotta do it all.
But it's Wi-Fi 6, dog. It's not good.
Hold on.
Already, it's behind the 8 ball, bro.
Hold on.
I know.
The 16E has only Wi-Fi 6, not 6E or 7.
I know.
Not even.
Wait.
Yeah, but let's be real.
I had no idea.
Is the equivalent to the modem that was in the iPhone 14. So, to be fair, the iPhone 14 does not have 6E fully.
Okay.
Yeah, but one thing, Moose, is a lot of people that are probably going to get the SE don't even have Wi-Fi 6 or newer routers.
Right. Hey, Brandon, a person getting an iPhone
Most
16,
of them are going to be on 300 or less plan.
Brandon,
absolutely.
Majority of the people that are getting this 16E, no offense to the people that are buying this, are the people that literally when the cable man shows up, where's your cable modem? I don't know. Come to find out it's behind the couch.
Or in the bathroom.
The other thing too, I wanted to ask you guys this. Do you guys think from an average consumer perspective, right? The average consumer, do you think that they even care about Wi-Fi 7?
Nope.
No.
Just long as I can get some Wi-Fi. Yeah, that's it. 6. I'm good.
I'm still using.
But honestly, Moose, it still should have been. I'm sorry. Repeat that again.
Oh, I'm still using the BGW 320 from AT&T Fiber. So,
Moose, I'm sorry, but Comcast won up.
Just wait until the 620. It's already launched in Austin, McKinney, and Plano. So that's why I'm asking, because look, the 620, okay, it's definitely a step up in terms of the range performance. In terms of the throughput, right? Like I'm getting 1.7 up and down, right? But
but
that's what she said.
But the problem is on Wi-Fi 6, you're not going to be able to see those speeds.
No, you'll see like maybe 600 symmetrical.
So hold on, Moose. Is that going to be a free upgrade to the new one, or is that going to be
the one that is being in controlled introduction is the premium package, which has 2 10 gig ports. 2 1 gig ports. That one is the premium. However, there's going to be another modem that comes out that is going to be the free version for anybody that's 300, 500, and 1 gig apparently.
Okay. I got the 1 gig plan. I might upgrade to the 2. Is that just gonna be a free upgrade to the next one?
On the 2, it's gonna be a free upgrade. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You better hope it's free, Moose, or Comcast customers are going to be trolling.
Well, look,
we can already change our DNS on the Comcast modem, but you can't on the AT&T.
Yeah, the modem is actually really good. Really solid performance. I've been testing it. It's really good. The problem that I see is, do people even care about Wi-Fi 7? You see, that's why I ask. Nobody cares.
No, not at all.
No one cares unless you're a nerd. Like
nobody cares. And guess what? If you are really that desperate for Wi-Fi 7, you would have already bought an Asus or a fucking TP-Link that has it.
Right.
Oh no! Don't talk about the Huawei in the United States like that.
Yeah, but people that want the freaking Wi-Fi 7 on the SE are probably looking for a handout.
No way. I would never. I would never have suspected Wi-Fi 7 on a 16E. No way. That would have been insane, guys. Right? Like, you guys agree with that, right? That's insane.
Yeah, that would be.
I just want to say
crazy.
this, those of you guys out there that are listening, and we're talking about the Wi-Fi standard. If it's Wi-Fi 6 and this phone goes over a 3-year finance, you're going to be talking about a phone that in 2028 is going to be on Wi-Fi 6.
No.
Sneed, when I held a Super Bowl party, I had people connecting to my network with Wi-Fi 4.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
And they were happy as clams, wasn't they?
No way.
They were happy.
And I asked the person, I found the person, I was like, yo, do you have this iPhone? They're like,
you're
yes.
tracking your guests by the Wi-Fi, bro?
No, it tells me the thing, and I was doing a survey on some. I selected a few people after the party, and I asked her. I said, "No, I'm a tech nerd, so I want to, I want to clear the mind,
Wi-Fi 4,
people's opinion." And literally they said, if the phone works, I'm not upgrading.
That's right.
So it needs to be planned absolute
2x2 MIMO on Wi-Fi. Is that confirmed?
Which one?
2x2 MIMO on
2x2.
Wi-Fi.
2x2.
Thanks, Green. Appreciate it. Thanks for the super chat, sir.
Salute.
2x2. But again, the issue is, if you really wanted to future-proof this phone, why didn't you just put in Wi-Fi 7? I don't understand what the big deal was.
Because greatest price, sir.
Oh my God. Just doesn't make any sense.
And on that note, thanks to everybody for a great show. I want to thank my panel, Maximus, Moose, the Cha-Cha, B, Tana. Big salute to Tana. Thank you for everything, bro. Austin, thanks for coming by. You guys are the best. Please do hit like, share our videos, stick around, subscribe if it's your first time here. Check out more of our content. We got more coming. Apparently, I got to get one of these phones and do some testing, and you guys will hear all about it from me. And actually, anybody from the community, if you guys get the phone and you want to share some stuff with me, your impressions, hit me up on the X platform, email me, whatever, reach out. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to the patrons. Shout out to the members. Hashtag 2Live Crew. Hashtag Replay Crew. Hashtag Mod Squad. Hashtag Ravioli Gang. Everybody eat dinner and shit while they're on the show right now. And we out this piece.
Hashtag Durango S-Band.
Oh, Jesus, come on.